My wife, Kira Dixon Johnson, was the closest thing that I'd ever met to a superhero. She made me far better than I ever thought I could be, and she was far better than I ever deserved. We're talking about a woman that ran marathons, that raced cars, that spoke 5 languages fluently. So we were blessed to welcome our first son, Charles, on September 18th of 2014. We always wanted back-to-back boys, and we were blessed to find out that we were going to welcome our second son, Langston, in April of 2016. We walked into Cedars-Sinai Medical Center on April 12th of 2016 with a woman that just wasn't in good health, she was in exceptional health. We went in for what was supposed to be a routine scheduled C-section on what was supposed to be the happiest day of our lives, and we walked right into what was a nightmare. Shortly after the procedure took place around 2 o'clock, shortly afterwards, we went back to recovery. As I'm sitting there reflecting in all this glow and pride of being a new father for the second time, Kira's resting, my new baby is resting, and as I look at her bedside, I begin to see the catheter begin to turn red with blood. I brought it to the attention of the staff, the nurses at Cedars-Sinai. They came in, they said, we're gonna do a couple of things. We're gonna order a set of tests, and we're gonna order a CT scan to be performed stat. I was concerned, but I said, you know what? My wife is healthy, and what's supposed to be one of the best hospitals in the world. I'm concerned, but we've got a plan, okay? Blood work comes back, it's showing that it's abnormal and she's hemorrhaging. And they ordered a CT scan that was supposed to be performed stat. Keep in mind, this is around 4 o'clock. 5 o'clock comes, no CT scan. Her blood levels are continuing to drop. By this time, she's beginning to shiver uncontrollably. 6 o'clock, no CT scan. She's beginning to become pale. She's in extreme pain. 7 o'clock comes, 8 o'clock comes, no CT scan. I'm begging, I'm pleading the staff to do something. And around 9 o'clock, as I continue to plead for my wife's life, the staff at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center tells me, sir, your wife just isn't a priority right now. 8 o'clock comes, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. They said, well, we need to do a blood transfusion. I'm saying, well, where is the CT scan? It wasn't until after midnight that they finally took my wife back to surgery. After I begged and pleaded for them to take action for more than 10 hours. When they took Kira back to surgery, they opened her up and there were 3.5 liters of blood in her abdomen. And she coded immediately. Now I'm here to tell you this. I'm not here to tell you what I think. I'm here to tell you what I know. There are people on this panel that are far more intelligent than I'll ever be that are going to talk to you about the statistics and how horrifying they are. What I'm here to tell you is this, is there's no statistic that can quantify what it's like to tell an 18-month-old that his mother's never coming home. There's no matrices that can quantify what it's like to explain to a son that will never know his mother just how amazing she was. My wife deserved better. Women all over this country deserve better.
In 2018, the United States of America has the highest rate of maternal deaths in the developed world. Every single year, we mourn roughly 700 mothers who are lost to complications during their pregnancy. And at least 350 of those deaths are preventable. Most alarmingly, profound racial disparities persist in these statistics. Black women today are 3 to 4 times more likely to die of pregnancy or delivery complications than white women. Before we try to explain that away on socioeconomic terms, just access to care, access to education, higher income, we have to be clear that even when you control for those factors, a wealthy black woman with an advanced degree is still more likely to die or to have a baby die than a poor white woman without a high school diploma. Black women are 243% more likely to die from pregnancy or childbirth-related causes. 243%. There are, as we speak, 20 Republican attorneys general that are attempting to repeal the Affordable Care Act in our court system, after most of my Republican colleagues have voted to do the very same thing more times than I can count. So let's remember, 9.5 million. That is the number of previously uninsured women that gained health care coverage, including maternity care, which is an essential health benefit, under the Affordable Care Act. Coverage for women of color grew at more than twice the rate of women overall in 2013 to 2015. So to have a conversation about maternal mortality at a time when our Republican colleagues are using every tool in the book to roll back access to guaranteed maternal care and maternal coverage is a bit much.